In this video, I am going to explain about binary search. First, let me explain what is searching. Searching means checking whether a particular element is present in the list or not. Let us assume that this is one list, okay, and now I am checking whether this particular item is present in this list or not, okay. So that is called searching. Searching is nothing but checking whether a particular element is present in the list or not. Okay, if this particular element is present in the list, then we can call it as search is successful. If this particular element cannot be found in this list, then we can call it as search is not successful. Okay, so in the data structures we have two searching methods. One is linear search and another one is binary search. Okay, so binary search will take less time to search for an element compared to the linear search. Okay, so it will take less time to search for an element compared to the linear search. So, but in order to apply the binary search method, we should check that the given list is a sorted list or not. Here if you observe, this is not a sorted list, right? So we cannot apply binary search method here. Okay. So first we need to convert if they have given an unsorted list. Let us assume that they have given one unsorted list. Now we need to search for a particular element. Okay. Now we want to apply the binary search method. So in order to apply the binary search method, first we should convert unsorted list into the sorted list. Okay. This is unsorted list and after conversion this is the sorted list. Okay. After converting to sorted list, then you can apply the binary search method to search for a particular element. Okay, so if they have given any unsorted list and if you want to apply the binary search method, first you should convert that unsorted list into sorted list, then you can apply the binary search method to search for a particular element. Okay, so I'll explain the steps in the binary search method with the help of an example. Okay, let us assume that I have given you a textbook. Okay, in this case, the page numbers in the textbooks are in the ascending order. Let us assume that these are the page numbers. 11 is the page number of first page, page number. Second page, page number is 21. Third page, page number is 31. So like that. I have many pages. And these page numbers, if you observe, these page numbers are in the ascending order, right? So now I can apply binary search method, right? So I will explain the binary search method with the help of an example. Now I have given you a task. Here you need to find out whether 11 element is present in this list or not. You need to check whether page number 11 is present in this list or not. Okay, to check that, so what is the first step is, here what you do is, so you try to open the center page in the textbook. So you have textbook, right? So first you try to open the center page number. Okay, it can be 31, 41, 51, it can be anything. So I have chosen here 41. Okay, so first you try to open the center page. Okay, I have opened the center page and the page number is 41, right? And the page number is 41. If you observe, we require page number 11, right? We need to search for page number 11, right? So, but the page is 41. Is 41 is equals to 11? No, 41 is not equals to 11, right? So, if you observe, required page number is 11. Okay, so now middle page number is 41. That means required page number will be available in the left side of the textbook. Okay, so 11 page number, we can find this page number in the left side only because we know that all the page numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Okay, so now middle page number is 41, but I require page number 11. That means this page number will come in left side only, right? It will not come right side, right? So now what I should do is, I should not consider this part because 11 page number will be available in the left side of the textbook. Okay, we cannot find it in the right side because 11 is less than 41. So we should not consider this part now. Okay, so we should consider 11, 21, 31. Again we should do the same process. So what we have done here, we are trying to open the center page, right? So here also we try to open the center page. What is the center page? 21. Is 21 is equals to the required page? No. 21 is not equals to 11. So, but if you observe, 11 is less than 21, right? That means we can find this page number in the left side of 21. You cannot find it in the right side, right? That means you cannot find 11 page number in this side. So, what I should do now? I'll consider only one page. Okay. So, what is the required page now? 11. Okay. So, what is this page number? 11. 11 is equals to 11. True, right? So, now what we should do? Search is successful and the element is found at some location, right? Now we can say that search is successful. Okay. If there can be any number of elements, but you should apply the same process. What is the process? So, among all the numbers, first you should find out the center number. Okay. So, then you should check whether this element is equal to required element or not. No. Right? 41 is not equals to 11. So, what we should do now? If you observe, required element will be available in the left side of the textbook. So, we should not consider right part of the textbook. We should consider only left side part. Again, we should perform the same operation. That means, again, we should consider the center page. If you consider the center page, okay. So, here 21 is not equals to 11. So, what we should do now? We know that 11 page number will be available in the left side. So, we should not consider right side part of the textbook. Okay. So, we are left with only one page. That is the required page. Okay. So, this is the process and this is the example for binary search. Okay. Now, we will try to write some programmatic steps here. Okay. So, let us assume that A is the array. Let us assume that here A is the array. Okay, and these are the index values: 0 index, index 1, index 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, if it is a textbook, then we should open the center page, right? Here also, first you should find out the center element. That means you should find out the center index. What is the lower index? Lower index is 0. What is the upper index? Upper index is 7. Then what will be the middle index? Lower plus upper by 2. That means 2 3s are 6, right? 3.5. But we know that if you perform any arithmetic operation on integers, you will get result as integer. So, you cannot store fractional part here. So, what is the result? 3. That means you got the middle index. What is the middle index? 3 is the middle index and this one is the middle index value. Okay. So, now what we should do? We should compare this value. We should compare A of 3. So, what is the index? 3, right? So, we should compare A of 3 with 11. A of 3 is nothing but 41, right? 41 is not equals to 11. So, what we should do now? We should not consider this part. We should consider only this part. That means now what is the lower bound? Lower bound is 0. What is the upper bound? We should not consider this part, right? So, you should consider only upper index as 2. That means upper index equals to, if you observe, middle is 3, right? Middle minus 1. Middle minus 1. So, middle minus 1 is 2. Okay. So, now again among these three, now we should find out the center. This is the 0, 1, 2 index. Lower index is 0, upper index is 2. Then find the middle index. Middle index equals to 0 plus 2 by 2. That is equals to 1. What is the middle index? 1. Okay. So, now again we should check whether A of middle is equals to, A of 1 is equals to 11. A of 1 is nothing but 21. Is 21 equals to 11? No. Right. So, we should not consider this part. We should consider only this part. That means lower bound will not change, but upper bound will change to middle minus 1. What is middle minus 1? 0 only. So, if you find the middle value, 0 plus 0 by 2, value is 0, right? What is the middle value? 0. So, again we should compare A of middle. A of middle is nothing but now A of 0 is equals to 11. That means 11 is equals to 11. Is it true or false? True. So, the element is found at index 0. And what is the location? 0 plus 1 is the location. That means element is found at location number 1. So, this is the first element, right? So, this is called the location number and this is called the index. Okay. So, first what we should do? We should find the middle index. Okay. So, I have found the middle index. Then after finding the middle index, we should check the element at the middle index. What is the element at the middle index? 41. Is it equals to required element? No. But if you observe, required element is less than this element. That means required element will be in the left hand side. So we should not consider right hand side. So what is the lower bound? 0. What is the upper bound? Mid minus 1. So again upper bound is 2. So I have calculated the mid value. Again I should compare mid value. What is A of mid? A of mid is nothing but 21. Is 21 is equals to 11? No. So if you observe, required value is less than this mid. So we should not consider this part. We should not consider this part. We should consider only this part. What is the lower bound? 0. What is the upper bound? Mid minus 1. That means 1 minus 1, that is 0. So what is the mid value? 0. Now we should compare A of mid with 11. So is it true or false? True. So required element is found at 0 position and the location number is 1. Okay. In the previous video I have explained linear search. Okay. First you watch that video.